We are all familiar with Musk's ambition of Mars colonization, which is the core premise behind SpaceX. And he's always developing new inventions or approaches to achieving this objective. The most recent is the new Raptor engine. So in this video, I'll tell you all you need to know about the Raptor engine and how it can benefit SpaceX and Elon Musk. Stay tuned as we dive right in. When I consider all of Elon Musk's and SpaceX's intentions, I see that they never stop expanding and that he continually updates his objectives with new concepts. I can confidently state that SpaceX is creating the world's largest and most powerful spaceship, but the success of their mission is dependent on the Raptor engine. You are aware that no spacecraft can fly without the rocket engines that generate the power required to take off and escape the gravitational pull of the Earth. Since the beginning of SpaceX's development of a Starship capable of lifting more than 100 tons of payload to low Earth orbit, the company has recognized the need for powerful rocket engines, which is why they are also working on developing a new rocket engine from the ground up, rather than using already available engines on the market. This is what prompted SpaceX to create and improve the Raptor engine while also working on the spaceship itself. The new Raptor engine was developed on a full-flow stage combustion cycle, which has only been successfully employed in experimental rocket technologies. With SpaceX's announcement of the Raptor engine, I learned that it is the first engine to employ the cycle to travel to space in a full-flow staged combustion engine with two different turbines, one oxygen-rich and one fuel-rich. The new Raptor engine is a closed-cycle engine, which means it is more suited to reuse, and because it has a full-flow staged combustion cycle, it allows the turbines to run cooler and at lower pressures due to increased mass flow, increasing the longevity of the engine life and higher reliability, which is exactly what SpaceX was aiming for with the engine to power the Starship. Having a longer-lasting and more reliable engine implies that it may be safely reused several times without needing to be serviced, which will greatly save costs. You're probably asking whether there's any further importance to SpaceX showcasing a new Raptor engine. Well, SpaceX would not have begun on this if it would not give a significant advantage to them. And above all, it was developed to help them realize their goal of conquering Mars. When comparing the Raptor engine to its rivals, you will find that it has unique characteristics that offer it an advantage. One of its characteristics is its weight-to-thrust ratio. The weight-to-thrust ratio of a rocket engine is normally computed by dividing the amount of thrust produced by the engine by the weight of the vehicle. And the greater the weight-to-thrust ratio of an engine, the faster it will accelerate the sea level. Raptor engines, unlike rivals, have a weight-thrust ratio of roughly 107, while SpaceX is still striving for an ultimate weight-to-thrust ratio of 200. I will agree that what they have accomplished thus far is extremely outstanding, especially when compared to its competition. The Rocketdyne RS-25, for example, had a weight-to-thrust ratio of 73, and it was this RS-25 that propelled NASA's space shuttle. The Raptor engine has a diameter of 1.3 meters and a height of 3.1 meters. It can produce 2 meganewtons of thrust. Normally, when new things arise, they are supposed to be pricey, but the Raptor engine is not like that. Unlike its competitors, SpaceX manufactured one engine at a lower cost than the others. When compared to engines like the RS-25 or RD-180, which each cost about $50 million, SpaceX says that producing one Raptor engine costs them $2 million. As a result of having a less expensive engine, SpaceX will be able to simply increase its manufacturing. Another astonishing and intriguing feat accomplished by SpaceX was the use of cryogenic liquid methane to fuel the Raptor engine. This design decision is remarkable for rocket engines, since Rocket Propellant 1 or RP-1 is often the fuel of choice for most rocket engines, and RP-1 is simply a more refined form of jet fuel. If you look at past SpaceX engines, such as the Merlin engine on the Falcon 9, you'll notice that it utilizes RP-1 as its fuel as well. So it came as a surprise to everyone when SpaceX stated that Raptor will use cryogenic liquid methane and liquid oxygen locking. But have you considered why SpaceX chose this particular design for the Raptor engine? Well, it's still the same rationale for the entire endeavor, but this time it's due to Mars' geographical terrain and atmosphere. There is a lot of CO2 and frozen water on Mars, and SpaceX wants to use it to generate their fuel. If they can make fuel on Mars, the spaceship won't have to transport it back. As you can see, SpaceX is not slowing down and is creating waves with its advancements to realize its dream to populate Mars. And the new Raptor engine is a big step in that direction. This will be all for this video. See you next time.